Macam sial.
Hai, Assalamualaikum.
Selamat datang ke
BorakSpace.
Space.
Alhamdulillah kita dah masuk episod 6. Tapi masih bodoh lagi.
Masih bodoh
Dah
lagi.
cakap like 2 minit tapi tak tekan record. Stupid. But Alhamdulillah. Jadi untuk podcast hari ni kita agak serius dan serius. Bagi aku topik yang kita nak bincangkan amat berat. Dan contoh macam Hakim pernah cerita kat aku pengalaman dia, and orang yang macam aku yang tak ada pengalaman ataupun orang kata apa, benda yang patut dicakap aku tak tahu. So untuk aku pun sangat-sangat berhati-hati untuk reply apa yang kau bagi tahu tu, because tak boleh lah terus cakap because aku tak berada dalam kasut kau. So okay, so silakan Hakim. Apa yang kita nak borak untuk hari ni?
Okay, so apa yang kita nak borak pasal hari ni is, it's not something easy. It's I guess something yang macam tak ramai orang on the internet lah akan buat kan, ataupun talk about. And aku sedar, and I realised that whatever I'm about to say would have a few people look down on me ataupun look weirdly towards me. But yesterday I found like this friend who related to my problem, and I felt like because of that I felt so much better, and it made me wonder like how many people out there, you know, are just struggling like me, and they never had anyone to, you know, talk about this kind of thing. So probably there is someone yang cakap pasal benda ni tapi macam tak pernah in full detail. So I want to give it a shot. So I want to say sorry in advance first. Some sound, yeah. So I want to say sorry in advance first if you thought of me as some type of guy and I'm not living to your expectations. I'm sorry if this is oversharing or whatever or whatnot. At this point of my time, I don't care if 1,000 of you look down on me or look differently upon me. All I want to know is that one person's life was saved because of this story. So with that in mind, dear podcast listeners, dear friends of mine, dear whoever is listening, on 26 December 2022, I took a very serious attempt to end my life. And it was, I understand it was a very selfish decision now, looking back. But at that time, it felt like that was the right thing to do. I was, I think we recorded, you know, a podcast kan. So if you guys don't know, right, we record this podcast, like one day we record probably 2 or 3 episodes. And then on episode 5, on episode 5, it was on 22nd December. I ingat lagi. I told everyone in the podcast that, you know, if right now I'm having a lot of self-doubt and self-hate, and I don't like myself, and I feel like if something else happens, that all of it's going to coming back. And that was true. On 26th December, all of it just came back. A lot of things happened that were beyond my control, and it just made me hate myself. So if you're willing to hear to the full story, this is everything I have to say. On 26th December, I found out very disturbing news that I couldn't accept. But before we reached the 26th December, on November, I was already facing my own struggles. And every single week on December, there was something going wrong, and it felt like I was losing myself bit by bit. This is not like, you know, because of stress and I wanted to do it. It was mainly because how much I didn't like myself. Now, some of you may remember that in my, you know, when I was 9 years old, I had this idea that maybe I shouldn't be alive anymore. Maybe I shouldn't exist. And it was a very hard thing to carry, and for 16 years. And so like when this thing happened, everything just came rushing back. I am not a coward to admit that I cry. So I remember like when I found out, I went to my car and I just wanted to cry. That's all like I wanted to do. And then at one point it just hit me like, I can't take this anymore. I do not want to think about tomorrow, because if I think about tomorrow, that means that's another day suffering and living in this pain, or living with the idea that people don't want me. And then suddenly this TikTok came into my head where there was this ustad yang cakap, those that are mentally ill, that are depressed, when they kill themselves, they're not promised eternal damnation because there's something wrong inside their head kan. So inside my head I was thinking, it's a 50-50% chance, you know. I could end my life and still either go to heaven or maybe go to hell. And I thought to myself, would it be bad to go to hell? And then a sentence popped up in my head saying, at least in hell, it's not the people that you love that will hurt you. And that's when, that's when I realized that I want to do it. I don't want to think about tomorrow. So I had a few clear thoughts about what I wanted to do. I didn't want to jump off from a building because that would be too painful. I didn't want to consume any substance because that was painful. And then I just thought to myself, you know what? I'm just here in my car. There's not going to be many oxygen left apa semua tu. Might as well just stay put in my car and then just wait for the oxygen to die out, and maybe I can die in my sleep. And I remember I was like crying and wailing to the sky, saying, God, just end me right now because I can't take this suffering. And yeah, I took out my phone. I prepared a note to each and every single one of my friends, except for my family members. It felt too difficult. I copied the notes and then I sent it to everyone lah. And then I turned off my phone and I tossed it to the side. And I was in my car and I didn't know what the fuck was going to happen. And then suddenly my brother came down and he knocked on the window. He said, please get out of the car. What's wrong? We can talk about it. Please at least just open your window a little bit. Don't do anything stupid. Don't do something that, you know, that will make me regret for not breaking this window. And I don't know, I just took the car and I drove out from my apartment. And after that, I know my friends know all the places that I would go when I'm down like this. So I made sure I went to a whole new place, you know, no one knows about. And when I was there, I told myself, yeah, okay, I'm ready. And so I took down, I brought my bag with me, because my bag had my car keys as well. It was like attached. So I found my journal and I wrote down my journal, like my last notes to everyone, my last wishes to everyone. But even like when I was doing that, every time I dengar a car pass by, I'm like, shit, did my friends found me? I was like, no, okay, they haven't. And I'm here thinking like, what am I doing, kan? Am I doing the right thing? And then I opened my journal again and I was rereading my journal. And I realized that I haven't been happy in such a long time. When I read back those parts of the journals, I realized that, oh my God, I've been suffering for so long. And so, yeah, I put down my journal. And I don't know why. I just felt like my friends were going to find me if I was here for some reason. So I had another idea in my head. Maybe my friends are already looking for me and they've already searched certain places already. So they might not go through there again. So that's what I had in mind. So I took my car and I drove. And I was driving around Wang Sumaju. And I know my friends' houses, like I know they're not that far from this area again. So I wanted to see their houses to see if their car is still there or not. And if their car is not there, that means macam okay lah. That means it's safe for me to stay here. But as I was driving around, a random friend of mine saw me.
Oh.
Yeah. And then like he waved and I was like, fuck. And I looked down and I didn't want him to see me. So then I just, I didn't even survey or look for my friends' cars. I just parked somewhere and I just thought, I'm not moving anymore. Like, this is it. So then I was there. And it felt very long. Like if other suicides, probably like if you jump off from a building, you would hurt, but then you would, but mine took a very long time. And when you're alone like that, a lot of thoughts come to your head. I saw a sanitizer bottle in my car and I took it. And I remembered an article saying that, some kids died because some guy made a prank with shots, but they put sanitizer instead. And I wanted, it was just like right here, not that far. And then I realized that wow, it's actually so easy to die, like to kill yourself, like it's so easy, like it's right there in my hand, And then I got scared. I don't know why, but I got scared. And I closed the bottle back and I opened my phone and I saw like so many missed calls from my mom, from my friends.
Semua dah cari.
Yeah, from my friends' girlfriends. Everyone was just calling me. And then I saw like my best friend called and I picked up. And then like he was like, Hakim. And I was like, what? And then they were like, oh my God, Hakim, you're still there. I don't know why, but I smiled. Smiled macam orang gila kan. And then I wanted to convince myself that I can do this and like can end my own life. So then I told him like, dude, I'm really gonna do it. And I'm so sorry. And I turned off my phone. And I turned off my phone again. So I turned off the call, turned off my phone, put it to the side, and I just cried and cried and cried. Because inside my head, right, at that time, nobody wanted me. Hearing so many people saying that, like I shouldn't exist, or having so many people treat me wrongly, it makes me...
Semua tu datang sekali.
Yeah, it all comes in one.
Mm-mm.
And then so much, okay lah. I fell asleep a little bit because after crying so long, I haven't eaten in the morning. I just fell asleep. And then I woke up a little bit and I saw like a car pass by. And I went, that looks like my friend's car. But for some reason, I couldn't remember the license plate. So I went, okay, fuck it lah. I'll just stay in the car. And then suddenly I dengar, literally 3 minutes after that, another car came by. And I hear doors opening and everything. And it was my friends. They found me. So that was my friend's car, I thought. And they were knocking on the door, knocking on the window, telling me to open the door, But I didn't want to open the door. Because if I open the door, that means that forever how many weeks or how many months or how many years I have to go through that fucking pain. And I didn't want to go through that pain because it fucking sucks. It's so bad to hate yourself and to also go through a shitty time. It feels like you deserve it, but you don't deserve it at the same time. It's so fucked up. And then they were all just knocking and knocking and knocking. And I told myself, no, I don't want a fucking tomorrow, right? I want it to be done right now. And I saw the sanitizer bottle again. I picked it up. I opened it and it was close to my mouth and I can hear my friends saying that, don't Hakim, don't fucking do it. We will fucking smash the fucking window. And then the first thought inside my head, I can chuck this down way faster than you can smash my window. And then I took a scent, like it was close to my mouth there. And I bowed the scent of the sanitizer. And I remembered that sanitizer belonged to someone very important, and they just left it in the car all this while. And I thought, my God, if I kill myself with this, that person is gonna think like they murdered me. And I didn't know why the fuck I cared so much. Then I just took the bottle, tossed it aside, and I opened the car door. And then everyone just came inside and just hugged me. And I remember not saying anything. And I just yelled and cried and yelled and cried and yelled and cried. My mom came in. She hugged me. Again, all I could do was yell and cry because I was just in so much pain. Opening the fucking door meant like I had to go through whatever fucking shit I had to go through. And that's not fun for anyone. But yeah, and then it was 27 December, then 28, 29, 30. And now we're close to my birthday. By the time this podcast go out, it'll be a day after
Semalam.
my birthday. Yeah, it'll be semalam. Kan?
Happy birthday.
Thanks. And it's crazy. It's about, look, I don't know like how much plan or how detailed God's plan is or how vicious it is sometimes apa semua tu kan. But I remember like when I was at my house and every one of my friends were there, I read them everything inside my journal. And then they were the ones to tell me to macam go confront the person that told you that you shouldn't exist. And then I did. Literally 3 days after that, I called that person up and I told them that, I've been carrying this for 16 fucking years, and 16 years I thought I shouldn't exist. For 16 years I thought people hated me so much more than they hated pedophiles or Hitler or fucking serial killers. I thought people hated me more, so much more. And then that person just said sorry and sorry and sorry and sorry. And then something great happened where aku dapat lepaskan benda tu. I was able to let go of that. And it was such a nice little moment or a nice little feeling. 16 years though, I've been carrying that. Yeah. And 16 years I've been carrying that, and this is the first time in my life where aku okay dengan aku punya existence. Where kalau orang nak cakap apa pun di internet ke apa semua tu, and I don't fucking care. I know that I'm loved. And I know that some people really want me around. And they would do anything and everything for me. Kau tahu, it was so life-changing kan bila aku dah borak dengan mak aku pasal the whole thing, and aku borak pasal the person that did that to me. Borak dengan the person who said I shouldn't be born to. I sat down with all my friends and then they were all telling me what they had to sacrifice just to go and looking for me tau. For the first 5 seconds I felt bad. I felt really bad, like oh my God, I'm troubling these people. Yeah. And then I looked at them closely and all of them were smiling. Like they were fucking proud to do whatever they had to do. Some MC, some cancel an event, some cancel their dates, some stop makan, and they just dropped everything nak cari aku. And then just nak beritahu aku yang they love me and they want me. And then macam it made me wonder like macam why the fuck have I been so hard on myself and for the past 16 years thinking I shouldn't exist kan. Sure, a lot of people are shitty out there kan, but I have such amazing people around me and it is just so 16 tahun though, and it's like this is like the first fucking time I feel very fucking good about living and being happy. And if anyone out there again is going through whatever I'm going through, and if you don't want to live for yourself, that's fine. But please live with me. Because it wasn't easy to open that door. So sekarang, sometimes I still regret it. And, you know, posting this on the internet is also not fucking easy as well.
Betul.
So please honor my efforts, trying to reach out to you, trying to help you out. I'm doing all of this. I don't care what happens to my fucking name. I just want to know that someone else is okay, someone else is alright. So please don't leave me. Let's just be survivors together. And let's just find a way at your own time and at my own time as well. I don't know if you need to hear this, but it's okay. I'm 3 weeks in. My life has changed a little bit here and there. The same thing can happen to you. Just don't make me the only suicide survivor. You know, we can just go through it together.
Yeah. Tak senang tu. Ya. Aku rasa untuk orang yang kat luar sana. Damn. Aku pula. Ya, aku tahu it's not easy, and untuk orang cakap pasal benda ni pun tak senang, because kita akan tahu macam orang akan anggap kita apa-apa ke, and dengan apa yang kita rasa tu buatkan orang akan attack kita lagi, like dia ni lemah ke apa and all. But semua orang aku rasa lain story dia tu. Orang takkan faham, orang takkan tahu pun to that extent kita boleh pergi sana kan. Yeah. And ada je orang yang boleh survive. Kan? Mungkin aku rasa the reason why kita cerita ni pun because mungkin ada orang kat sana yang lalui apa yang Hakim lalu, and mungkin tengah cari jalan how to survive.
Yeah.
How to tukar mindset ke,
Betul.
So apa kau rasa, Kim?
Aku paling benci soalan tu. Aku tak tahu apa nak rasa. I feel waves of emotions apa semua tu. But the main reason I'm telling this story pun was because yesterday night I met a friend. She just followed me on TikTok, and then we were just talking to each other, and then she told me that she was going through a breakup, and I was like, oh really, same, like same here apa semua tu. And then she said, she had suicidal thoughts, and I'm macam same here. And then I started talking to her more, and I said like, where do you live? And he got here, and I was like, that's not far from me. And so I went to see her, and then we were just talking about life and talking about our suicide experience. And I felt like, I told this to you, I've told this to a lot of my friends about this whole thing, but she was the only person that really understood. And that felt so nice to know that I'm not going through this hell alone. Like the chances of me finding someone like that out of nowhere kind of like 1 in a billion.
Sangat.
It's like so fucking rare, but there she was. And so then we talked, and then that's when I realized that shit. In today's episode, I want to reach out to as many people as I can regarding this whole issue. If you have a friend that is going through these things, please know it is never about what you did or what triggered it or about what that person is going through. Like, doesn't matter how big or how small it is. It's never the external things. The external things is a trigger. Okay? What do you mean? What do I mean by trigger? Is because deep down, that person already knows what their worth is. They already hate themselves. They just need someone to snap it, and then everything comes out.
Yeah.
It's always because they hate themselves and they don't like themselves, and they believe that the world is much more better without them, because that's what I fucking had. I thought like after I died, I would be probably in the news for 1 week. My friends would cry for 1 week, and then after that, done. Then I'll be yesterday's story. That's how little I thought about myself. So if you have anyone that's going through a hard time, please share them my story. Please be there to just listen to all the hard thoughts.
Betul. Ya, aku rasa pun if aku dapat contoh macam kau cerita kat aku pun, just listen je dah.
Yeah.
Itu benda paling basic lah nak buat.
Yeah.
Sebab aku tak ada kat tempat kau, and aku tak tahu apa yang kau rasa. Aku tak dapat bebanan macam kau ke, sebab kita lain.
Yeah.
And aku pun tak boleh nak suggest apa patut kau buat, apa kau kena buat, apa kau kena fikir. Yeah. So maybe just listen je dah.
Yeah.
Boleh meringankan kot.
Teramat. Teramat. At that one point tu aku rasa macam banyak tu. It's like so many things coming into one, and then just cram it all je kat December tu, and then macam ada kacang. Hidup sakai tu guys.
Yeah, of course. Kalau tak sakai, itu bukan hidup nama dia. Kan? But apa yang kau dapat, Kim? Kau rasa? Apa yang kau learn? Apa yang kau dapat? Apa yang kau boleh, you know? Macam ni rupanya.
Okay, if there's anything that I learned, I wish I was much more kinder to myself. 16 years, I've hated myself and I hated my existence. I wish I could go back to my 9-year-old version and tell him that it's okay. It's okay that only a few people don't like you. It's okay that you are afraid of hearing that sentence one more time. But you are loved, and I wish I could tell him that. I learned that you don't have to be so hard on yourself. Life is already hard enough, and you could just be a best friend to yourself. I learned that when someone does you wrong, it's nice to confront them. I'm lucky because I got my apology. Some people out there, they don't get their apology and stuff like that. But it's okay. You don't need their apology. You've never needed their apology. Because I got my apology, right? And it just felt 5% better. And the rest is still my own hard work. You can be 95% better without that 5%, without that fucking apology. You don't need an apology to feel better. And lastly, I think it would be, I don't know, I think finally learning how to love myself. Because before this, I've been pleasing everyone just so I don't hear the fact that, you know, I'm horrible or I shouldn't exist. So now I'm starting to do that, starting to learn that. So,
yeah, love yourself. Nice.
So yeah.
Yeah. Tak susah pun untuk love yourself, aku rasa untuk aku. Untuk aku sendiri, aku ada phase tu di mana macam aku rasa macam kau juga, please orang lain tanpa memikirkan diri sendiri, kan? And lama-lama aku rasa macam, penat tu buat macam tu sebenarnya. Sangat-sangat penat. And then aku jumpa cara paling senang, iaitu love yourself. And then kau akan happy gila. Sebab kau buat untuk diri kau tu.
Aku still learning how to do that tau.
Yeah.
I always thought, sekarang I still have the thought yang macam, kalau aku tolong orang ni, aku happy. Sekarang aku tak sure whether that is really genuine ataupun out of fear. Tapi I can right now say, It is 80% genuine now. 20% of it is fear. But I'm slowly working on that. It's hard.
Faham.
Nanti ajar aku how to love myself ni.
Boleh, tak ada masalah.
I really love to learn.
No, it's okay. Masa tu actually. You know, lama kita tahu apa yang kita nak actually.
Time's a bitch. Being patient is fucking hard, guys.
Yeah,
okay,
betul.
It's been 3 weeks, and I thought that I would be over the moon. No, I'm still going through it. Okay, I don't know how long I'm gonna go through it, but once I feel so completely fine, I will declare it on this podcast first, and then so you know how long I took and what fucking steps I took, and so you will be better as well.
Betul.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Okay guys, kat luar sana, be better.
Maybe.
Yeah, untuk diri sendiri. Faham doh? Yeah. Pasal that girl kau jumpa.
The girl yang jumpa semalam.
So dia macam like dia punya POV pula, like macam mana dia deal. Like kau punya down dekat situ. Dia ada bagi tahu tak how dia deal dengan semua tu.
I think she got it a little bit more worse than me. I think this because to her that was already her third attempt. And already her third attempt. And that time dia dah macam fuck it. And she was just walking on the road. And she was just waiting for a car to hit by. She got put into suicide watch. She lost a lot of weight. She had to go through so much medications. And apparently, there exists this one thing. It's called a broken heart syndrome. Okay, so it's a real condition where you are so stressed and so sad and so emotionally overwhelmed that two of your arteries in your heart break. It's a real thing. Like a broken heart is a real thing. And the doctors predict that it would take 6 years for her to recover hers. So I don't know, she kept on fighting 3 times, And yesterday when I saw her just sitting down talking to her, it just gave me hope lah. So if you're watching this episode, please know it is all because I met you, and
thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Shout out to that girl.
Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure sharing that experience with you and you sharing yours to me.
Yeah, aku rasa that's the reason why kita cakap pasal benda ni, because Hakim share and dia pun share, and dua-dua like faham the situation and rasa best sikit, betul? Yeah, that's why Hakim share supaya korang tahu. Korang pun orang kata apa, dalam journey yang sama and survive, and harap benda tu dapat membantu korang lah. And aku nak cakap, Kim, kawan aku pernah cerita tau pasal dia punya kakak ke dia punya kawan ada suicide attempt ni, but ada setengah orang yang akan cakap ingatlah Tuhan.
Babi sial.
Sabar, bawa bersabar, okay? Bawa bersabar.
Yes, maafkan aku.
Bawa bersabar. Aku faham. Memang orang cakap, solat lah and all, berdoa lah. And tak semudah itu. And kawan aku sendiri cerita yang orang yang nak ada suicide attempt tu, dia merupakan perempuan yang berpudah, sembahyang tak pernah tinggal. Semua cukup. Dalam bab agama semua cukup. But still ada pemikiran dia still nak end, because dia rasa macam kau cakap tadi, dia tak patut ada dekat dunia ni. Kalau dia tak ada, lagi bagus dunia ni. So kepada orang-orang yang cakap solatlah, ingatlah Tuhan.
Dude, aku cakap kau kan, December tu aku tak tinggal solat tu. Except for the day that I wanted to. Memang subuh tinggal, zuhur tinggal, asar tinggal, maghrib time tu member aku jumpa time maghrib solat, isyak solat. Bukan sebab aku lupa dengan Tuhan tu, but it's very scary tau what you have inside your fucking thoughts tau. At one point in my life, I remember when I was 16, I thought that I was God's first mistake. Kau bayangkan tak? When you're 16, everyone say 16 takut SPM fucking next year, apa semua fucking shit like that. I thought I was like God's first fucking mistake because it seems like a lot of people don't like me. A lot of people show hate towards me. It felt like my only existence was just so that some people like you could say some shitty things to my face and then you could feel a little bit better about yourself. I felt like I was a fucking pawn in a fucking game. You don't know how... You know, if you carry that thought long enough and it really corrodes your mind. It's not that you don't believe in God. At one point and like before that, and I just said sorry to God. You probably given this challenge to the wrong person because I feel like I can't take it.
Yeah.
And I felt like it's okay. God can punish me. I deserve it for failing like this. So you don't think I think about God? Fuck you, I do.
Betul tu.
And I felt like I betrayed him and I betrayed my friends and I betrayed everyone. So keep your fucking lame ass advice somewhere in the trash can or probably up your ass and don't shit it out ever again.
Yeah.
Bodoh gila advice tu. Aku benci gila advice tu. I'm so sorry but ingat Tuhan. Sial je.
Tak, sebab lain orang lain lah. Because memang betul pun ada yang orang memang tak tinggal solat, memang ingat, tahu semua pasal Nabi Muhammad, tahu semua pasal tu. Tapi apa yang main dalam otak dia ni hanya dia je yang tahu, and hanya dia je yang membuat orang kata apa, naratif tu. You know? So macam sangat-sangat susah. Bukan itu sahajalah. Bukan itu sahaja mungkin kekurangan agama tu merupakan punca utama. Aku rasa tidak. Sangat-sangat bukan. So aku rasa kepada orang yang kat luar sana, tengok-tengoklah kawan-kawan korang, and tak salah pun untuk tanya khabar mereka kan.
Tengok kat orang okey ke tak. Serius though, just tanya sikit-sikit. Kalau diorang nak cerita, biar diorang cerita.
Diam pun tak apa tu.
Diam pun tak apa tu.
Just dengar.
Tunjuklah blue tick tu ke, tunjuk dapat scene tu ke. And then just reply sikit-sikit. Is there any more? Is there anything else that you like to say? Is there anything I can help you with? Cukup tu.
Cukup. Damn.
So aku rasa kita boleh end it here kot.
Wow. Alhamdulillah. And suka saya ingatkan the reason why kita cerita semua ni because nak bagi tahu dekat luar sana, because ada orang yang macam ni and harap dengan dengar ni mungkin you know boleh sama-sama fikir-fikirkan and all. Kita ada ramai orang yang sayang kita. Betul tak Hakim?
Yeah. At this point I also want to be clear. I don't care if 1,000 of you or more than 1,000 of you think that what I'm doing is stupid and it's oversharing and it's weird or it's dumb. You don't know what that's like.
Yeah.
So if any out of you 1,000 tiba-tiba one day feel like me, you're more than happy to come and I'll be more than happy to talk it out with you.
Yeah.
I don't care about you thousands that are criticizing me. I'm really okay with my life. I'm happy with my life. I'm happy with all the things I've achieved. All I care about is just those few 10 people that are going through a shit time right now. And I wanted to tell them that it's okay. It's okay. A shit time is only a shit time. You just have to one day realize that the hate is only inside your head, yeah? And that's a different person speaking. It's not even you. It really isn't. So with that being said,
yep.
Ciao.
Alright, itu saja.
See you guys next week.
And aku nak cakap lagi satu. And in case pada siapa yang kat luar ni tengah dengar and maybe ingin nak berborak ke, korang boleh je DM kat Hakim. Kan?
Yeah.
Hakim?
Yeah,
dia kan
yeah,
borak.
yeah.
Kan borak, kan cerita.
Yeah.
Because maybe korang ada rasa benda yang sama ke apa.
Yeah.
Kan borak, Hakim okay je untuk borak.
Except for the people yang buat ni just for attention. Like you can tell tau at one point now. As a person yang betul-betul go through it, you can tell when someone is doing it for attention now. So if you're doing it for attention, then please stay away from my DMs.
Ya, bagi aku kalau buat for attention tu sangat-sangat, itu dah sampai tahap engkau menyusahkan orang lain dah.
Yeah,
kan?
exactly.
Yeah. Because kalau kau begitu tu, mesti ada yang orang yang sayang kau betul-betul kisah, yang betul-betul sedih, yang betul-betul tak nak kau buat semua tu. Tapi kau just nak attention je. Itu je. Sangat-sangat sedih lah juga orang yang betul-betul nak tolong kau tu.
Yeah.
You know, janganlah buat macam tu. Okay, if you okay, just be okay. If tak okay, bagi tahu kawan. Okay, itu saja untuk podcast kita kali ni.
Ciao.
Thank you Hakim.
No problem.
I love you.
Oh, thanks, man.
Sialah. Bye.
Ciao.